this video we're going to have a look at two of Liverpool's hospitals. This one, the Royal Liverpool University Hospital, and the hospital that it replaces, simply known as the Royal Liverpool Hospital. Confusing, I know. This is West Derby Street, and later it becomes Pembroke Place. And on the right hand side is the new Royal Liverpool University Hospital. On the left hand side is Mersey Biosciences building. The Royal Liverpool University Hospital is a major teaching and research hospital. It's affiliated to universities, the University of Liverpool, Liverpool John Moores University, and the Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine. It's the largest hospital in Merseyside, and it has the largest emergency department in the UK. The redevelopment of the site began in 2013, and it was scheduled to be completed in 2017. This is the William Henry Duncan building. He was born in 1805 and died in 1863. He was a doctor who became medical officer of health for Liverpool. He had a practice on Rodney Street, and also he was a physician at the Liverpool Royal Infirmary. Right, where was I? Oh yeah, 2013 work started on this site, and originally it was a private finance initiative known as a PFI for short. So it was private money that was building this hospital. Originally it was supposed to be completed in 2017, but it was delayed. Major problems were found, mainly caused by asbestos, cracking of concrete, and basically bad weather. Further delays were announced in early January 2018, and less than a fortnight later, on the 15th of January 2018, the major contractor, Carillion, went into liquidation. It was reported that the project had been costing £53.9 million, more than Carillion had officially reported. On the 24th of September 2018, it was reported that the government would step in and terminate the PFI agreement. This would bring the hospital into full public ownership. This would mean a £180 million loss for the private sector lenders, which were Legal & General and the European Investment Bank. The completion date was now set to be around about 2020. On the left-hand side of the road is the third incarnation of Liverpool Royal Infirmary. Building began in October 1887. This building was designed by Alfred Waterhouse and opened in November 1889. Work began on an outpatient building which could take up to 200 people. Work began on this in 1909. Services from this hospital were transferred to the new Royal Liverpool Hospital on Prescott Street in 1978, and that's the hospital that we're now referring to as the old Liverpool Royal Hospital. So this is known as the Waterhouse Building, and it was acquired by the University of Liverpool in 1995, and the departments that now use it include the Institute of Psychology, Health and Society. Where was I? Oh yes. Completion date for the hospital had been set for around about 2020, but we all know what happened in 2020. And part of the hospital did open to take in the large amount of patients who had contracted the coronavirus. So with Carillion in liquidation, the government announced that the new contractor would be Lang O'Rourke, with some help from another company called the Mace Group. Finally, it was announced in October 2022 that the old hospital building would permanently close. This would happen at 23:59 on the 19th of October 2022, with the A&E department at the new site taking their first patients from midnight on the 20th of October 2022. So to put it simply, one hospital closes at midnight and a new one opens. Very soon we will be coming to the end of Pembroke Place as it merges with London Road. London Road forms a fork at around about the T.J. Hughes building, and the other fork becomes Prescott Street, which is where we're heading to. So we need to cross over soon where this brown building is, and I think that's called Anson Street. So we head from Pembroke Place to part of London Road, which then becomes Prescott Street. So I thought I'd just give a personal thought or two. When the hospital on Prescott Street opened in 1978, it was state of the art, and it replaced 3 hospitals. This is Anson Street, by the way. We're heading now towards London Road. So where was I? Oh yeah, the Liverpool Royal replaced 3 hospitals. One was the Liverpool Royal Infirmary, which we've just seen. The other was the David Lewis Northern Hospital, which was on Great Howard Street. And the third one was the Royal Southern Hospital on Carroll Street. So these were 3 city centre hospitals which were closed because a new one had been built, and now that one is closed and we've opened another new one which is state of the art. Why is it that when a new hospital opens, 1 or 3 other hospitals have to close? Would it not be more progressive to open a new hospital and keep the old ones open, and maybe find some staff to actually work in all of them, than transfer people from one hospital to another? Some people lose jobs because there's just not enough room. I don't see that as progress. Am I wrong? Am I missing something? Leave something in the comments if you know better than I do. But to lose 3 hospitals and gain 1, and then lose that hospital and gain another one that has less beds as well. The new hospital has something like 40 less beds than the one that it's replacing. Progress, strange thing. So this is London Road, and behind us, some distance away behind us, is the old T.J. Hughes building, which is now being turned into accommodation, I think. So in front of us, where that bus is heading, that white building on the corner marks the junction between London Road and Prescott Street, which is where we're heading to. Now, just to go back to what I was saying about losing hospitals, to add insult to injury, in 1989, plans were revealed to concentrate acute services in Liverpool to 5 main sites. The Royal Liverpool Hospital, which is the one we're going to now, Alderhay, Broad Green, Fazakerley and Mossley Hill. In doing this, it meant that we would lose 5 hospitals: Walton, Liverpool Maternity Hospital, Mill Road, St Paul's Eye Hospital and Sefton General. Is there any actual sense in all this, or is it just me? Anyway, we're going to cross the road now and have a look at the old Royal Liverpool Hospital. And here it is, one end of it. You can just see that demolition has started. It's not far into its demolition, as we will probably see when we can cross the road. I think if we cross the road here somewhere and have a look, probably get a better view from the other side of the road. The wind is absolutely terrible today, so apologies if it's caught on the microphone. I can't tell while I'm walking, but the wind is whistling. Right, let's see if we can cross over. Right, so we're on the other side of the road, looking back at the remains of the Royal Liverpool Hospital, built from the finest concrete. And you can see the new Royal behind it, the blue building there. You can see the new Royal Hospital. So let's see if we can make our way through these people. Let's see if we can make our way to the main entrance. Now let's have a look on the other side of the road. This is one of Liverpool's old pubs called the Old Fort, and it dates back from 1869. Right, let's continue our trip towards the main entrance of the old hospital. So I thought I would put a personal memory of this hospital into the video, because my dad spent his last day on earth here. He hadn't been well for quite some time, spent some time in here as a patient. We used to come and visit him. I picked him up one day, took him home, but he took a turn for the worse, and we called an ambulance. He was taken in here on a Friday, and on the Saturday morning he died. So not a great personal memory of this place, but people do their best for patients, I guess. But yeah, brings back memories. Now I believe this hospital was planned from 1963, and it eventually opened in 1978. By 2013, they're thinking of replacing it with the new Royal Hospital, which we've just seen. And that's just a span of 35 years. In another 35 years, will the new one be obsolete? Now, I'm not quite sure what they're going to build on the site once this hospital has been demolished. I guess I could find out, but I didn't. But I think it's just going to be an expansion of what's already there. So maybe that's the hidden reason. Anyway, we'll find out soon, I guess. Now the building on the end there, that brown one's quite interesting, because that's an old bridewell, an old jail. If you were drunk and disorderly, you would have ended up in here for the night and then been sentenced to whatever the next morning. Right, so this is Erskine Street. That's the end of Kensington. and this is the Sacred Heart Church. The Sacred Heart is a Roman Catholic church. It's a Grade 2 listed building and was opened in 1886. It was designed by George Goldie, or rather Goldie, Child and Goldie. Apparently it's Gothic Revival style. Very nice. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with an aerial view of the two hospitals. The old hospital nearest to us and the new hospital in the background. And as always, thanks very much for watching, and we'll catch up soon.